What's going on, everybody? I'm the Goods on YouTube, TGsoGood over on Twitter. If you guys want to follow me, you guys can follow me there. Feel free to hit me up, ask me questions about whatever. Let's jump into some 2K news. We finally have some kind of information about what's going on with the game other than, a few tweets about controls. So let's see. We're going to start with the My Career trailer. Let me see if I can. I have the My Career trailer on my channel. So let me try to go to it real quick while I have you guys here. And this is going to be more than just a breakdown of the My Career trailer. I'm also going to try to go into a few other things. Let's see if we can get it up. Okay. So I'm going to turn off the sound on my end so I don't hear it. All right. So I'm not going to do the breakdown of the trailer first. First, I want to go into this article. This was released today, August 28th by Polygon. It says NBA 2K21's player creation will include women, but not until next generation. So now they do get some things wrong in this article. But just real quick, I want to see what it says. It says NBA 2K21 will, for the first time, include playable, user-created female avatars in its My Player suite of offerings, but the feature won't join the game until next gen launches. All right, let's skip down here. Blah, blah, blah. It says 2K owns studio that makes the game. The 2K-owned studio that makes the game won't say more about the next generation version until after current edition launches next week. It's another step in bringing WNBA and women's player to full parity in the NBA 2K series modes and offerings. All right, so here, this is where they made a mistake. They said NBA 2K20 and added WNBA to its My League mode, which technically it did. But they also say allowing players the multi-season control, management, and development of a women's basketball team for the first time. Now, that information is 100% untrue. You don't get to play multi-season. You do get to manage the team. The development is it's very minute. You only get a little bit of development because you are only allowed to play one season in the WNBA mode, but you can play another season by starting over. So you, in effect, you just play the exact same season over and over, but you always have to start over. There's no championship celebration or anything like that. Now, I will say they did update the rosters to their credit, but all this stuff that they added in, they just made up. They completely made it up. They haven't even they haven't tried the game mode if they think it's multi-season. So yeah, whoever wrote this just threw in information that they couldn't confirm. All right, let's see. All right, it says a news release prior to a Q&A with Visual Concepts developers on Wednesday mentioned that NBA 2K21 players will be able to create female customizable My Players, the game's name for the avatar used in several modes, blah, blah, blah. My Players participate in a variety of co-op competitive games, have a progression system. Okay, I would like to know where this Q&A is. A news release prior, yeah, so I would definitely like to know where that is. Eric Bonage said only that NBA 2K21 will have some new features and evolutions for WNBA and next-gen consoles. Stay tuned for that. It leaves unanswered whether there will be a WNBA component to the single-player career. All right, so anyway, let's see if we can skip down. They talk about NBA Live. Say NBA Live 18 was the first game to feature the WNBA. Let's see. It says it's also unclear the narrative that serves as a prelude to My Career if it would involve women. All right. NBA 2K21 on current gen consoles and PC will introduce a new persona, Junior. Okay, now they're going into this year's My Career, so it's called The Long Shadow. That's the story. And gonna have real life colleges. They list out the colleges here. I'll get into that in a second. You guys can skip ahead if you want. I know I just want to get through this story. Story mode and feature real life color. Says it will begin in high school as the game onboards players, both new and returning, with games of progressive difficulty. What does he say? Who's this? Ben Bishop. The beginning of your career leading you into the NBA, I think, was important this year, given a lot of ways that the gameplay has changed. I think the ramp up from high school and then into college, which is a little less challenging than playing NBA players, is a good way to get your feet wet, learn the mechanics. I won't be using that new shot stick, at least not for current gen for sure. I'm not even decided on this game. I think I'm going to get it just so I can port over, try to make use of like the hidden assets so that people on console can enjoy them, and also people who aren't upgrading, going to see if we can get it compatible with NBA 2K20. And that's mostly what I'm going to talk about in this video. So let me see. Mike Wang, new control system, which I don't want to hear about anymore. All right, they got the new neighborhood, which is called 2K Beach or the Beach. It says the neighborhood, the hub world where players start all their activities, blah, blah, blah. It's inspired by street courts of Southern California, such as Los Angeles' Venice Beach basketball courts. All right, so... All right, the biggest takeaway from this article, as far as information we didn't know, was, well, we kind of knew, but this next gen will have the female player creation that didn't make it over to this generation. All right, so let's go back. Let's look at the trailer. One thing I want to talk about is some assets we might be able to use. If you guys are from PC or, if you're from PC, and you're a modder and you make tools and stuff like that, we've got to figure out how to open up this 2K Beach setting, this whole entire world. We've got to figure out how to open that up for modding so that we can make use of it outside of online gameplay. So, because that lengthens the life of the game. So let's just say we want to play on these courts when the servers go down. Well, we've got to figure out how we can do that. That's what, in my opinion, I think we need to do that. And plus, I just want to use the settings, the environments for myself. So now I'm looking at the environments. This environment here in the background, this is from last year when the guy was trying to make the NBA. All right, I like this high school court though. Has some banners, some high school banners. We can mod that. Plus, we can make this available to the guys on console so that they can have a high school experience. Plus, if the mods from 2K20 are compatible, we can take all the mods that we currently have and use them with this, or hopefully we'll be able to take these courts and put them back in 2K20 also for those people who don't upgrade. All right. It looks like they're going to have multiple high school courts because the first court was blue and yellow, and now this one is like red, white, and black. I like all these banners being up here, so they've done a little updating. I'm just looking at this from an aspect of what's usable and what I'll be able to change. This stuff here in the background, this is going to be one of those environments. It's not a playable environment, but you could turn it into some type of outdoor environment if you wanted to, like I've done. If you guys watch my channel, you know I do a lot of modding and a lot of creating different courts. This right here, this is what I'm interested in. This right here is not part of the it doesn't look like it's part of the neighborhood thing, whatever you want to call it, because the style of the buildings are completely different. So I assume this is him on a college campus. So I'm going to try to turn this environment into a court. I want to do what I can to turn this environment into a court, at least for PC. I don't think I'll be able to do it for console because I don't see any basketball goals or basketball courts out here. But if I do find something, once I get into these files, if I find a basketball court there, I'll see if it can be made available for console, but it doesn't look likely. All right, let's see. So now he's playing college in the college locker room. All right, so they've got all these college courts. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Let's go back. Let me see if I can go ahead and slow it down. All right, so they've got all these college courts that we'll be able to use. So I'll make these courts available for you guys on console. Hopefully the arenas are different, but I'm pretty sure they're just going to use one generic arena for college. So I'll try to make these courts available for you guys playing My League on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Try to make all those courts available so you guys can do a college story without having to go through my career. All right, this scene here, I will find a way. I'll definitely find a way to get into this environment. This looks like a new environment. Haven't seen it. This stuff here, this is just in the neighborhood. This right here, this is actually the Kemba Walker court. It is just at nighttime. All right. This right here. Okay, this scene right here, this stuff is already in the game, been in the game for a while. But looks like he's one of the last people to get called because nobody else is there. What I like about this is he walks up to the stage, this right here. He's shaking Adam Silver's hand and shows the team that drafted him in the background. I'm going to see if I can open up this cutscene, if I can find this cutscene. Basically, what I will be able to do with this is I will be able to change the face for the my player and just capture different real life prospects getting drafted. So let's say Anthony Edwards or James Wiseman or LaMelo Ball or anybody. It doesn't have to be just those three, but those are the top three. We could put their face here, like in the game, go in, mod it, have them coming up to David Stern, shaking his hand, have their face, and then have a team's logos in the background, capture that screenshot. You know, you could use it as a thumbnail, you could use it as part of, you know, a video, whatever you want. So that's something we could mod. Now he's in the NBA. I don't think anything's gonna be different with the NBA. All right, so then they come to the neighborhood, aka 2K Beach. Other than what I said earlier, we've got to find a way to get this thing working offline, or at least be able to use some of the assets offline, like that court up there, some of the event venues. We've got to find a way to use those offline. The thing that was they just showed something. They showed the neighborhood at night. Let's see. All right, I don't know where it is. Oh well. All right, I went way too far back. Anyway, I went way too far back. I don't know. When they showed the neighborhood at night, it looked really similar to the current neighborhood. I like all those buildings and stuff in the background. All right. Right here, this looked like, it makes it look, it's really looking like last year's neighborhood from this view. But I can see where they changed some things. Anyway, okay, so they just opened up some space and moved buildings around. All right, whatever. All right. So we'll see what comes of it. We'll see what we can do as far as modding goes. I guess I am going to go. I'll probably get the game. I haven't pre-ordered it. Probably just wait till the last minute to pre-order it. Another thing to mention is I don't think there's going to be any changes to my league. I don't think there's going to be any improvements to my league. That's another thing. All right, here's the vlog, the official vlog, I guess, for the my career stuff, which we just discussed. Oh, and then it says much more, WNBA. So basically, WNBA is going to be the same. And then they have my GM, my league. It's going to be the same. And I like how they put my GM first and then my league. And they talk about how you can sit in the boss's chair and make decisions. Like, wait a minute. So it's kind of like they want you to do my GM over my league. But whatever, it's not a big deal. Play now. All right, man. Basically, my league is not getting any changes. WNBA is not getting any changes. I just still don't think this is a $60 game. But, I mean, it has some great additions. I do think you could consider it a new iteration. I just don't think it's a $60 game. But that's just my opinion. That's not a negative or a positive on the company. They do whatever they want to do. You know, we're all still going to get the game anyway, I'm sure. I guess that's about it. All right, guys, till next time, that's all I got for you guys.